So here response of undamped second order system for unit step input. So here undamped means here what is the value of zeta? So here the zeta equal to 0. So in case of undamped system, here the value of zeta equal to 0. So if it is a second order system, so what is the response of the second order system? So here closed loop transfer function. So C of S by R of S equal to, so omega n square by S square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square. So here substitute zeta equal to 0. So in the above transfer function, and you will get here C of S by R of S equal to omega n square by S square plus omega n square only. So here the entire term is 0. So here because of zeta equal to 0, then substitute here. Finally, we will get omega square by S square plus omega n square. So here C of S equal to it is multiplied with R of S. So here R of S is nothing but a reference input. R of S is nothing but a reference input. But here the input is step input. So step input, in case of step input, so here R of t equal to 1. Okay, in case of time domain, by converting S domain, so here R of S equal to 1 by S. So instead of R of S, just replace the value of 1 by S. So here C of S equal to R of S into omega n square by S square plus omega n square. So here R of S is nothing but a 1 by S, substitute here and then multiply it. And finally here C of S equal to omega n square by S into S square plus omega n square. So by the partial fraction expansion, so here it can be written as omega n square by S into S square plus omega n square. So here which is equal to A by S. So here A by S plus B by S square plus omega n square. So it can be split like this. So here A and B are the residues. A and B are the residues. So our ultimate aim is to determine the value of A and B, that is constant values, that is residue values. So here omega n square and then cross multiplied these two here, and we will get the equation number 1 here. So here A is multiplied with S square plus omega n square and B is multiplied with S. So here which is in the form of A square plus B square, like that. So S square plus omega n square, here it can be directly represented by the first form, like simple poles. So it can be represented by the simple poles. Okay, so that's why here A by S plus B by S square plus omega n square. So if it is a multiple poles is there, then it can be written as so like that. So if it is a multiple pole, so K by S into S plus 1 into S plus 2 whole square. So already yesterday we are discussing this one. So here A by S plus B by S plus 1 plus C by here the multiple poles is there, that is S plus 2 whole square, like that. So that's why it can be written as S by C by S plus 2 whole square plus D by S plus 2. So here for the given transfer function, so K by S square plus 5S plus 6 into S. Okay, so actually this is the given transfer function. So here S square plus 5S plus 6. Is it possible to convert the so like this S plus 2 whole square or anything? So here the complex. So here to determine the poles, so X equal to minus B plus or minus square root of B square minus 4AC by 2A. So here A equal to 1, B equal to 5 and C equal to 6. So it means here substituting here minus 5 plus or minus square root of B square is nothing but 25 minus 4 into A equal to 1 and C equal to 6. So by 2 into A. So here minus 5 plus or minus here root 25 minus 24. Here we will get minus 1 by 2. So it means here minus 5 plus or minus. So here the root minus 1, it can be written as J. So complex notation J by 2. So here finally we will get minus 5 by 2 plus or minus J by 2. So which is in the form of real plus imaginary value. That is complex conjugate roots are existed here. So for a given transfer function, so here the complex conjugate roots are existed. Then it can be written as A by S plus, so BS plus C by S square plus 5S plus 6. So if the complex conjugate roots are existed here, then it can be written as BS plus C by S square plus 5S plus 6. Okay, so that is the this is simple pole and this one is multiple poles, and here the complex poles are existed. complex conjugate poles. Okay. So it can be splitted like this. So these are the three methods. So partial fraction expansion method. So here we need to consider any one based on the given transfer function here. So here the given transfer function is so like this. So here omega n square by s into s square plus omega n square. So this is a simple pole. So this is a simple pole. Okay, not a multiple pole or not a complex poles. So that's why here it can be written as a by s plus b by s square plus omega n square. Okay, and then so here so this is the equation number 1 here. Let put s equal to 0 here. In the above equation here we will get to put s equal to 0 means here omega n square a into so 0 plus omega n square. Here we will get omega n square only. So a into omega n square, and finally here we will get the value a equal to 1 here. And then to determine the value of b, so to determine the value of b, a should be 0. So a should be 0 means here. So instead of s square, just we can replace the value minus omega n square. So let s square equal to here minus omega n square. So here s it can be written as so root of minus omega n square. So root of minus omega n square. So it means here my screen is visible, guys.
No, sir.
Wait. Now,
Yes.
right. So here s equal to it can be written as root of minus omega n square. It means here it can be splitted into root minus 1 into root omega n square. So here omega n and root get cancelled, and finally here we will get s equal to j omega n. So s square equal to minus omega n square, substitute in equation number 1. So here we will get from equation 1. So here omega n square equal to so a into minus omega n square, and here the value equal to 0. It means here a into minus omega n square plus omega n square plus b into. So here instead of s, so here instead of s, what is the value here? J omega n. So j omega n. So here this entire value is 0, and omega n square equal to here b into j omega n. So here omega n square one time get cancelled. So here b equal to omega n by j. So it can be written as minus j into omega n. So here j omega n, it can be written as s. So instead of j omega n, I'm just replacing the value minus s. So here b equal to what is the value here? We will get minus s. So then finally, so here, so from the transfer function here, omega n square by s into s square plus omega n square, so which is equal to, so transfer function c of s, which is equal to, so which is equal to a by s. So here a equal to what is the value here? 1. So 1 by s plus b by, so here b by s square plus omega n square. So here b value equal to here we will get minus s. I'm just replacing instead of minus b, instead of b, I'm just replacing the value minus s by so s square plus omega n square. So here again it can be splitted. So c of s equal to here 1 by s minus s by s square plus omega n square. So here the response, so response in terms of time domain. So it means here applying inverse Laplace transform on both sides. Applying inverse Laplace transform on both sides. So here, after applying inverse Laplace transform on both sides, so actually here, by converting time domain to S domain, applying Laplace transform. But here S domain to time domain. So it means here C of t. So S domain to time domain, applying inverse Laplace transform. Is it clear? So for time domain to S domain, applying Laplace transform. So for S domain to time domain, applying inverse Laplace transform. So that's why here C of S response in S domain. So that's why by converting time domain, applying inverse Laplace transform on both sides. That is C of S is converted into C of t. So here it means here just simply Laplace inverse of, so Laplace inverse of C of S, which is equal to Laplace inverse of 1 by S minus S by S square plus omega n square. S square plus omega n square. So here Laplace inverse of C of S is nothing but a C of t, which is equal to Laplace inverse of 1 by S minus Laplace inverse of S by S square plus omega n square. So here we know that Laplace of 1 equal to 1 by S. So this is the basic formula. So Laplace of 1. So Laplace of 1. So here the Laplace of 1 equal to 1 by S. So it means here 1 equal to, it can be written as Laplace inverse of 1 by S. Okay, so applying Laplace inverse on both sides. So here the Laplace of 1 equal to 1 by S. It means here 1, it can be written as Laplace inverse of 1 by S. So instead of Laplace inverse of 1 by S, so here we need to write the value equal to 1. So we need to write a value equal to 1. And similarly here, Laplace of cos omega t. So what is the formula for Laplace of cos omega t? So here the Laplace of cos omega t equal to S by S square plus omega square. Similarly here the Laplace of sin omega t equal to, so what is the formula here? Omega by S square plus omega square. Okay, so here which is in the form of S by S square plus omega square. It means here S by S square plus omega square. It means here, so cos omega t, it can be written as cos omega t, it can be written as, so Laplace inverse of S by S square plus omega square. So instead of cos, so here value equal to omega n square. It means here 1 minus cos omega t, cos omega t. So here omega is nothing but a omega n value. So that's why omega n into t. So here the response C of t equal to 1 minus cos omega n t. Okay, so here what is the step input here? So here the step input is, so this is the input R of t, and this one is the time domain, and here the magnitude is 1, 0, so 0 to 1 magnitude. So this is the step input here, step input, and here the response is oscillatory response. So here the response should be, so at a different values of at time t equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to at different values, and here the response C of t should be, so this is the magnitude 1, and here the magnitude is 2. So C of t value. So at different values, it means here, and we will get the response should be oscillatory response like this. Okay, so at different values, so we will get the response should be like this. So at time t equal to, for example, 0 or pi 90 degrees or 180, so 270, 360 like that, we will get at different values of time values. So here is nothing but a time value. So finally we will get the response here. The response is underdamped second order system for unit step input. So here which is completely oscillatory response. Okay, so in every practical cases, for example, so here the undamped system does not exist actually in practice, because of here the undamped system, the zeta value equal to 0. So that's why hence undamped system does not exist in practice. Okay, but every practical system has some amount of damping, but here it is completely undamped system. It means here zeta equal to 0. So that's why the undamped system does not have does not exist in practice. Okay. So similarly here, this is the response step input unit step response. So here it should be multiplied by the A. It means here it should be multiplied with A. Here we will get the step input. So that is step response. So this is the step response. And this one is unit step response. So unit step response. So unit step response is nothing but a C of t equal to 1 minus cos omega t. So here only step response. So it is multiplied with the amplitude A. Okay, here A equal to 1. Then it is a unit step response. Okay, so similarly here response of underdamped second order system for unit step input. And second one is so response of underdamped response of underdamped second order system for unit step input. So for unit step input, very, very important, this one, underdamped. So here underdamped means here what is the value of zeta values? So underdamped means 0 less than zeta less than 1. So in case of underdamped system, so here the range of zeta value is in between 0 less than zeta less than 1. So here underdamped system. So 0 less than zeta less than 1. So underdamped system. We already discussed the undamped system when zeta equal to 0. And then the second case is underdamped system 0 less than zeta less than 1. Okay. So it is a second order system. So second order system means here C of S by R of S equal to what is the standard formula here? Omega n square by S square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square. So this is the standard formula. But here input is unit step input. So step input means here R of t equal to 1. So R of S equal to here 1 by S. Okay, R of S equal to 1 by S. So here this is the underdamped system and the range of value equal to 0 less than zeta less than 1. So here the roots of the denominator are complex conjugate roots. So here the roots are complex conjugate roots. So already in yesterday class we had discussed it. So here the range of zeta value in between 0 to 1. It means here we need to substitute here 0.1, 0.2, 3, 4, 0.5, 0.6 up to 0.9 or 0.9n. So whatever it may be the value. So if the zeta value is lies in between 0 to 1. So if you are substituting in the transfer function, that is closed loop transfer function, and here we will get the roots are complex conjugate roots. So roots are complex conjugate roots. So here the roots of the denominator polynomial is, so roots of denominator polynomial, roots of the denominator polynomial is, so S1 comma S2, which is equal to, so minus zeta omega n plus or minus omega n square root of zeta square minus 1. So already in yesterday class, we already discussed how to determine the roots of the given characteristic equation here. Okay, so here the roots are 0 to 1. So here the damping ratio is 0 to 1. Then substitute here and we will get the root should be complex conjugate roots. So here since zeta less than 1. So here the zeta value is less than 1. It means here zeta square is also less than 1. So it means simply less than 1. And also here 1 minus zeta square is always positive. It means here it can be written as always positive, means here 1 minus zeta square is nothing but here minus 1 is common here. And then it can be written as, so minus zeta omega n plus or minus j omega n into square root of 1 minus zeta square. So after simplifying this one here, minus 1 is common here and we will get 1 minus zeta square. So here root of minus 1, it can be written as complex conjugate term j. So complex operator j. So that's why here if zeta value is less than 1, since zeta is less than 1, so less than 1 means here so here zeta value less than 1. So zeta square is also less than 1. Okay, so if zeta less than 1, so zeta square is also less than 1. So if zeta less than 1 means, for example, zeta equal to 0.9 is taken, and zeta square equal to 0.9 into 0.9, 0.81 we will get. So it is also less than 1. Okay, so similarly here 0.1 minus 0.81 is always positive value here. It means here 1 minus zeta square is always positive. Okay, so therefore here the roots are s equal to here minus zeta omega n plus or minus j omega d. Roots are s equal to minus zeta omega n plus or minus j omega d. And here the response is, so response, so C of s by R of s equal to here omega n square by s square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square. So here the C of s equal to multiplying with R of s, and here 1 by s into omega n square by s square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square. Omega n square. And here by the partial fraction expansion here, omega n square by s into s square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square, which is equal to a by s plus here. What is the partial fraction expansion here? So actually here the complex conjugate roots are existed here. So if the complex conjugate roots are existed, then it can be written as a by s plus bs plus c by s square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square. Okay, is it clear? Then here we will get the omega n square equal to, if it is cross multiplied. So cross multiplied means here a is multiplying with s square and s is multiplying with bs plus c. So it means here a into s square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square plus, so bs plus c into s value. So this is the equation number 1. Okay, so here we need to determine the value of a and b and c residues. So it means here a, b and c. So these are the residues. So how to determine the residue values? So here, so simply so residues are okay. So this one. So here let here s equal to 0. So if s equal to 0 means here the entire value is 0. Here let s equal to 0. So omega n square, which is equal to here a into, so this value is 0 and this one is also 0. Here we will get omega n square only. So here a equal to 1. Is it clear? So let s equal to 0 here in the above equation. So bs plus c into s. So here instead of s, just replace the value 0 and then multiplied with here the entire value is 0. And here s equal to 0 means s square is also 0. And here 2 zeta omega n into 0. So it means here this is also 0. And finally here we will get a value equal to 1. And similarly here comparing s square terms. So s square terms on both sides. So here left hand side only omega n square, it is the constant value. So there is no s square terms on left hand side. So here the value equal to 0. So which is equal to a into s square, that is a value. And here is there any s square term is existed here? No s square term. So here a is multiplying with s square. here comparing s square, here we will get the value a only, plus, so bs plus c into s, it means here bs square, here we will get the value b. So here a equal to 1, it means here 0 equal to 1 plus b, here we will get b equal to -1, b equal to -1. And next, so coming to the s terms, by comparing s terms, so here there is no s term and the value equal to 0 here, and here a into 2 zeta omega n. Okay, so here the s term is 2 zeta omega n multiplying with a, so 2 zeta omega n plus, so here c into s, so it means here we will get value c. So here 0 equal to a equal to 1 here, or 2 zeta omega n plus c, and here c equal to -2 zeta omega n. So residue a, b and c values we will get, and then substitute here. Okay, so here the c of s equal to here by the partial fraction expansion. So c of s equal to a by s. So here a equal to 1, that is 1 by s, plus, so here b equal to -1 into s plus c. So here the c value equal to here -2 zeta omega n. So it means here -2 zeta omega n by s square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square. So here minus is common here, and it can be simplified 1 by s minus s plus 2 zeta omega n. So by s square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square. Okay, so here is it possible to simplify the equation here? Is there any possibility? Is there any possibility to simplify this one? So here we know that a plus b whole square. What is the formula for a plus b whole square? A square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay, so here is it possible to convert this one, which in the form like this? So here, if you are applying Laplace inverse here, we can't determine the direct by using direct formula. So then it can be modified. So here the expression can be modified and simplified form. So for getting simplified form here, so here s square. So here a, it can be treated as a, and here a square. S square is nothing but instead of s, I'm just replacing the value a. So here s is nothing but a here plus 2 into, and here this some term is missing here, that is b. It can be treated as a b. So here what is the value of b? So here the b equal to zeta omega n. So a plus b whole square. Here a equal to what is the formula? Yes. And b equal to here zeta omega n. So whole square, which is equal to what is the formula here? So s square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus zeta square omega n square. Is it clear? So here a plus b whole square, it can be written as a square plus 2ab plus b square. So here s square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square is there. But here a square, it can be written as s square instead of s square. I'm just replacing the value as a square. And here s is nothing but a. So here 2 is there. And the remaining term zeta omega n, it can be written as b. So b is nothing but a zeta omega n. So it means here a plus b whole square means a is nothing but a s, and b is nothing but a zeta omega n whole square, which is equal to, so s square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus zeta square omega n square. Here s square plus 2 zeta omega ns is there, but zeta square omega n square is missing. Okay, so here the term is missing here. So zeta square omega n square is the missing term. So that's why here I'm just added and subtracted. So it means here I'm just added zeta square omega n square minus zeta square omega n square in the second term. So let us add. Okay, I'm just add and subtract zeta square omega n square to the denominator of the second term. So denominator of the second term. So this is the numerator and this one is the denominator. So in denominator, I'm just added zeta square omega n square and minus zeta square omega n square. So here this can be simplified now. So this can be simplified 1 by s minus s plus 2 zeta omega n by, so here s square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus zeta square omega n square. It can be written as s plus zeta omega n whole square. So s plus zeta omega n whole square plus, and the remaining value is your omega n square minus zeta square omega n square. Okay, again it can be simplified 1 minus s. So s plus, so here 2 zeta omega n, it can be written as zeta omega n plus zeta omega n by, so s plus zeta omega n whole square plus, here omega n square is common, 1 minus zeta square. Okay, so again it can be simplified 1 by s minus, so s plus zeta omega n by s plus zeta omega n whole square plus omega d square. So here omega d equal to omega n square root of 1 minus zeta square. So here omega d equal to omega n square root of 1 minus zeta square. So here the omega d square equal to here omega n square into 1 minus zeta square. So squaring on both sides here, and we will get this equation. Omega d square equal to omega n square root of 1 minus zeta square. That's why instead of omega n square into 1 minus zeta square, I'm just replacing the value omega d square. So on remaining term here plus zeta omega n. So actually here minus is multiplying the entire term here. Okay, so minus is multiplying here entire term. So here minus s plus zeta omega n. So here again minus zeta omega n by